Hello and welcome to another video with me, the Magic One. Today's video is a slightly unusual setup, partially because I've just had a lot of news today, which I kind of wanted to share with you guys all at once. I thought about creating a different video, but I've got a lot of preparation to do for things like EGX coming up and the world record I'm attempting as well. So I thought I would just record something a little bit more on the fly, so there'll be no jump cuts in this, there'll be no editing in this. I just thought I would talk to you guys about what's going on and give you a bit of a channel update as well at the same time, and kind of lump all of my news into this one kind of vloggy thing. So as you can see to the side of me, I've put up some details, as obviously I'm going to be live streaming a Guinness World Record attempt on the 10th of October. Now this is going to be streamed on YouTube. I decided to stream it on YouTube just because the YouTube gaming streaming service is still relatively new, but the streaming I've gotten off of it has been amazing. I almost never lose any frames, the quality's been really nice, the interactivity with people, having everybody all in one place is lovely as well. Like when you're doing content regularly on YouTube, it's very easy to kind of get kind of caught up with it, and sending people over to a different website like Twitch, it just means that it's more clicks for them to go through. So it's kind of easier if I keep all of you guys in one place and give you the content all here. And YouTube is kind of what I've always been interested in as a watching service. I prefer watching streams on YouTube, so that's kind of why I want to create content in that way. Now, a big piece of news, as you can see on the on the leaflet there, is that the Holiday Inn Express in Cheltenham has agreed to host the actual record attempt itself, which is amazing. They've been really generous, they're really nice people, they've been really engaging as well. They've been happy to sort of chat to me about what's going on, and they're having me around to do some streaming tests so I can make sure that their internet's going to be able to cope with streaming it on YouTube. A lot of the staff as well are planning to act as witnesses when they can for part of the event as well. And I've been speaking to a lot of local businesses about witnesses, not only from the video game side of things, because I need to have two witnesses at all times, one of them being classed as an expert witness, and they need to be involved in video games in some way, either through qualifications or their existing job role, whether they be games designers, games reviewers, or even games retailers to a certain degree count as well. And Guinness have been really good about chatting to me about the rules and regulations around it, as there are rather a lot of them. But it all seems to be kind of coming together. It's nerve-wracking. It's been so much work, so much more work than I thought it was going to be. People have already started donating to the Just Giving page as well, which again is just to the side of me. So if you want to check that out, obviously links to everything as usual is in the description. But yeah, it's been a really amazing journey even so far, which is really cool. So yeah, so witnesses are almost sorted. I've got to get all the scheduling right for those to make sure I have witnesses throughout the entire record attempt. So now really it's a lot of publicity, and that's kind of when you guys can come in. If any of you could please just either retweet about this record attempt or post it on your Facebook page or anything like that, it would be amazing. The more people we have tuning into the record attempt, the more chance of success we have, and obviously the more donations we can potentially raise as well. And I really want this to kind of turn into an event if it can, and if this goes well, then I'll maybe try and beat my own record next year as well. But the more I do it, the harder it'll get. So we'll see how all of that goes. But it was really fun kind of going around to different places and chatting to people about the record. And it's nice that in a lot of the shops that I've gone to, the Guinness World Record gaming book is actually on their shelves. So it's nice kind of flipping through and seeing a record I've got to beat and things like that. I've also realized that if I do set a new record for the longest video game marathon in Minecraft, it also sets a Guinness World Record for the longest video game marathon on a strategy game, which I was really surprised that Minecraft classes as a strategy game. That's kind of odd. Another big piece of news as well is that I will be at EGX this year, the Eurogamer Expo. Now, I've been to Eurogamer before and had an amazing time. The videos I did was when my channel first started out, which is essentially a year ago, which is amazing that the channel's been going for a year, and it's just hit over 70 subscribers, which is a nice amount, actually. I've been really chuffed with that. But at EGX, at Eurogamer this year, I'll be handing out these, which hopefully the camera will be able to show you quite nicely. There's some lovely little flyers with little bits and pieces about the Guinness World Record attempt. It's the exact same thing, which is over there. And then obviously it's got my little bits and pieces on it and stuff. So hopefully that means that we'll have a lot more people on the stream as well, kind of chatting about it. But another reason I'm going to be doing a video at EGX is for cosplay. Now, cosplay is something I've always been passionate about. I've done a bunch of cosplay videos before, which you can see my MCM Comic-Con video as well, where at Comic-Con in London at the MCM Expo, I went along and met a whole bunch of cosplayers and took snippets of their costumes and things like that. And over on the Papyrus channel, which I'll put a link to on the description, I also did some videos on cosplayers at the True Believers comic book festival in Cheltenham as well. It's something I kind of want to do more of. Cosplay is a really cool thing. Like, some people put so much passion and effort and art into their craft, and not only that, but they also just have a very positive community. It's all about supporting each other to make bigger and better costumes. It's about bringing fandoms together, and it's about sort of celebrating something which, for a lot of people in this culture, they've been outcast for. A lot of nerdy pursuits can be seen as a very outcast culture and a very lonely culture. So having a community that's so caring and positive around it, I think, is a really important thing. And something that unfortunately has had to be made a big deal of is safe cosplay and permissions, essentially. So yeah, I'm going to be at EGX. I'm going to talk to some of the cosplayers there. I'm going to take some footage of all of their different costumes and things, and I'm sure they'll be posing for me and things like that, which will be really good fun. It was nice to do last year, so but I will be asking every single one of them for their permission to take either photos or video of them, which is exactly what I did last time. Everybody typically is very, very good about it, but I think it's very important, if you are going to any event like this, please do ask permission before you take any photos, before you take video, and especially before you touch anyone. Don't just go up to and grab hold of the nearest cosplayer going, "Oh my god, your costume's so amazing." Just chill. Just go up to and ask them, is it okay? That's such an easy question to ask, and so many of them are so approachable. And for them, if it's not okay, that's totally cool. You know, there is no pressure, and there shouldn't be any pressure. Just as they wouldn't put pressure on you, you shouldn't put pressure on them. Anyway, I'll talk to the cosplayers more about that anyway, and discuss the ins and outs of it and what it's like cosplaying at different events and the kind of atmosphere that they have around them. And it should make for an interesting video if you guys are into cosplay at all. Another thing I'll be doing, obviously, at EGX is looking at all the games. Now, there is such a good lineup of games at EGX this year. Not only have you got a lot of AAA games, things like Assassin's Creed Syndicate is there, Call of Duty Black Ops is there, Destiny's going to be there with all of their latest, I think it's Taken King DLC. I've got a little list here, so I am kind of cheating. Let me just see what else is there. Halo 5 Guardians is there, so hopefully I'll be able to see some of that. New Guitar Hero, new Rock Band, Homefront, Forza. Let me have a look here. Just Cause 3 is going to be there. Mad Max is going to be there. Phantom Pain's going to be there. I'm a big Metal Gear Solid fan, so that's going to be very, very cool. It goes on. Need for Speed, and what else is down on this list here? Darksiders 2 stuff, and then there's so many great indie games going to be there as well. And you've got things like Prison Architect is going to be in there. Shovel Knight. What other stuff is quite cool? Oh, another big thing that's going to be there is the Uncharted collection as well. I'm a huge fan of the Uncharted games. I'm actually playing through the entire trilogy for my second playthrough with my girlfriend, so that she can see it and get into the story before we get Uncharted 4 as well. So that's kind of been really excited. And Rainbow Six Siege is going to be there. Tom Clancy's The Division, which I have a lot of mixed feelings about The Division. The whole turncoat scenario where you can have agents who are working for or against you, and you can kind of go on cop missions and then screw over your friends in order to get their gear and stuff. I think it could be lended to a lot of griefing and a lot of issues with lack of trust for anybody, even your friends, you know, and I think that could potentially cause more trouble than good, and that concerns me. What else is there to talk about that I find really interesting? Broforce is going to be there, which keeps making me giggle. I'm hoping that they'll do more. They did, I think it was the Expendabros, which was like Broforce, but for the Expendables films, and I'm hoping that Broforce do more of that kind of thing. So taking a particular bunch of heroes from a movie genre, like if they did an Aliens one where you have like Predators, Aliens, and then all of the Marines and things like that doing different things, that would be cool. And that kind of thing I think could be really interesting if Broforce keep expanding in that way. And it would give a lot more life to the game, which is just constantly put me in hysterics. I Am Bread is going to be there, which was fun watching people rage quit over online and things like that, so that's been a good laugh. What else? Oh, I can't believe I've forgot to mention it already, but actually one of the most exciting ones for me there, and for my partner as well, is going to be the Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now, I really enjoyed the Tomb Raider reboot, actually more so than I enjoyed the original Tomb Raider games. I thought the original Tomb Raider games were fun, but I didn't get into it. It didn't drag me in storyline-wise, and even as a character, Lara Croft actually didn't interest me that much. But the most recent incarnation, where they've kind of rebooted it and made it more of a gritty action hero, and taken a lot of the inspiration, maybe not inspiration from Uncharted, but it feels that way to me. I've actually liked it more. I've really gotten on board with the character. I really enjoyed the first one. It's, you know, the first of this reboot. And Rise of the Tomb Raider actually seems really well set to explore psychologically what's going on with Lara, what new challenges awaits her and things like that. And I think they look like beautiful games, and it's really nice to see a sort of strong female role that people can kind of get on board with and enjoy watching and playing as, which arguably is rare. I think it's still quite rare. Some people would argue against that, but whatever. So I'm really excited to see a lot more about Rise of the Tomb Raider. I still think it's a shame that it's going to be an Xbox exclusive. I'm hoping the exclusivity isn't going to last very long, and that it'll come out either on PC or on PlayStation sometime after that. But we'll see how it goes. At the end of the day, you know, it's just the deal that they have struck. Rocket League's going to be there, which I've not caught on to the whole Rocket League thing, but I mean, I've never been involved. I've never been a big fan of football or anything like that, so I suppose it's football and driving, which I don't play any football games and I don't play any driving games, so I also don't play football and I don't drive, so they've kind of like blocked me out of that one by accident. But well, whatever. I think it's cool that it's a lot of people developed a lot of love for a very fast-paced, fun, drop in, drop out multiplayer game, which is always just nice to bring people together. It's a good party game, that kind of thing. Shovel Knight, I'm kind of curious to play. I never got around to playing it, and it got a lot of buzz around it when it started coming out and things, so I'm kind of interested in that. Not madly, but pretty interested. Star Wars Battlefront's going to be there, but I don't know in how playable it's going to be and how much stuff there's going to be there. So I'm hoping it's going to be fun. I'm hoping that we're going to actually get hands-on with it and do some stuff with it, or at least I'll have like photo ops and things like that. So hopefully that will be there. What else can I say about it? There's Super Mario Maker, which will be a giggle. There's Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes, which could be really cool. I'm still like Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past on the Super Nintendo is still my favorite Zelda game ever. Which isn't the popular answer, but I loved it, and any kind of return to that kind of era and stuff like that's very much more interesting to me, I should say. I'm still kind of contemplating and trying to see if there's a way I can do a let's play of either Link to the Past or Four Swords or something like that. But we'll see. That, you know, that's stuff for the future, hopefully. What else? Until Dawn's going to be there, which I'm really excited to play. I think it's a really cool idea and a really great game. It's gotten kind of some mixed reviews with how much your choices impact the storyline, but I kind of want to play it for myself to kind of make up whether I feel there's enough differences between the playthroughs. There is then going to be a whole slew of indie games, which I'm pretty excited about. There's Bears Can't Drift, which is going to be a giggle, Crystal Rift, Dead of Day, Dead Pixels, Dungelot, what else is in here? Extreme Exorcism. I haven't seen it on the list, but I'm kind of hoping Butt Sniffin' Pugs is going to be there. Because Butt Sniffin' Pugs, it's adorable. It's weirdly adorable, and I kind of love it when I shouldn't. But it's fine. It's fine. What else is going to be there? Nature's Zombie Apocalypse, which is a curious title. Poncho, which was there last year, which actually looked really well-rounded, really well put together. So after a year, and I'm kind of curious what's going to have changed in that. So I'm going to try and talk to some devs about that and see if I can have a little chat with them at some point. What else is there? Replay VHS is Not Dead, which I'm curious about. It looks kind of funky. What else? Speedrunners, which again is a great little party game, so I might see if I can play that with a couple of friends whilst I'm there and get some footage of that if they'll let me. What else is on here? The Escapists: The Walking Dead, which I haven't even played The Escapists yet, but I've heard very good things, so I'm curious too, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah, throughout the list, it's such a long list. I'm not mentioning even a quarter of the games which are going to be at EGX this year. I know a lot of people have had issues with it going to Birmingham rather than being in London this year. I personally think it's a really smart move. I think that monetarily, having it in Birmingham makes a lot more sense for them, and it looks like it's paid off in terms of the amount of games that they've managed to get at EGX. It looks like it's going to be a bigger event and a better run event from the sounds of things. So I'm excited for it, and I know a lot of people are maybe have trepidations or outwardly hostile about it, but I'm actually okay with it. I think it's going to be really good fun this year. I'm going to take a camera, I'm going to try and get a whole bunch of footage, and hopefully I'll have enough to put together 2 or 3 videos or whatever, and yeah, I'll check some stuff out. If there are particular things you want me to have a look at, obviously please comment below and say what you think would be interesting, or drop me a line on Twitter. On the thing just to the left there, you can see my Twitter account is @magical, which is MAJIKEL. Obviously do please stop in and check out the world record attempt. If you want to get involved as well, feel free to drop me an email, or drop me a line on Twitter, or drop me a message on here. And if you're in the Cheltenham area, which is in Gloucestershire in the UK, then please do volunteer, and I'll be more than happy to put you on it, and you can be part of the event. And obviously when we go live for the record attempt, I've had some promises off some more major YouTubers and stuff that they've said that they'd be able to retweet the link and things like that, so hopefully that'll get a few more people tuning in and things, and it should turn into quite a nice event. Anyway, there are using the icons below, I'll put up some links to the previous EGX stuff and some of the vlogs that I've put up on the preparation for the Guinness World Record. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. Take care, and yeah, bye.